this video, we will see how to interface keypad, a 4x4 keypad with the Arduino. The figure on the screen shows the 4x4 keypad where it has 8 output pins, in which first 4 pins are corresponding to the rows and next 4 pin corresponds to columns. These 16 push buttons or the pins on the keypad are internally linked with each other as follows. So here is the connection of the internal push buttons. They are connected in row wise and column wise in this fashion. In this course, we will not use the ready-made keypad as shown in this figure. Instead, we will make our own keypad by using push buttons, by connecting them in the fashion shown on the screen. So let's start with making of the keypad by using the push buttons. Now we will see how to construct keypad using push buttons. First, the components required for this are the push buttons, connecting wires and Arduino board as usual. So first we will see how to make the column wise and row wise connection. First I will say about the rows. So first connect one end of the pin, that is like one of the end of the pin to the same end of the next pin, and from the same point connect the same end of the next push button. From there again to the next push button. So connect the push buttons in parallel form. So once this is done, we can say that first row is done. For the second row, connect the pins in the same fashion. From the one end of the pin to the same end of the next pin, same end of the next pin, from that point to the next pin of the push button. From there again the fourth pin, and from here we will take the output for the second row. Next, third row we will see. Connect the same end of the pin to the next end of the second push button. From there, from the same end to the next third push button, and from there to the next push button. So be careful while making the connections, you will get confused. So make sure that you connect all the 1-5 pins in the same row, like connect it serially all the same side of the pin. So from the same point we will take the third row. Next, this end of the pin, next pin to the same end of the third pin, second pin, from second pin to the third pin, and from third pin to the fourth pin end, and from here we will take the output of the last row. So last row. So the 4 row pins are done. Now we will see how to make the column wise connection. So the left end of this pin to the left end of the second push button, and from that end to the next end of the push button, and from the same point to the last pin of the push button. And from here we will take the first column. Next, from the second pin to the second pin on the next column, and from this same point to the next pin on the third column, and from the third pin to the fourth pin on the last. And from here we will take the second column pin. Next, third column, from here to the second pin of this second row, from there to the third pin of the second row, from this pin to the last push button. So from this end we have to take the third column. This will be the third column. For the last one line, it is an assignment, or you can try it on your own to connect the connections. And here will be the last column for us. We will see how to connect this keypad to the Arduino board. So all the connections are done. 4 pins, 4 columns, 4 rows and 4 columns are done. We will set this as my first row, second row, first row, second row, third row and fourth row. This will be the first column, second column, third column, and this will be the last fourth column. So first we will see how to connect the row pins. So this is the first row. So I will connect you can see on the screen the connections are provided. So first row will be connected to the 10th on the Arduino, 10th pin on the Arduino. Second row is connected to the 11th pin on the Arduino. And third row is connected to the 12th pin on the Arduino. And last, fourth row is connected to the 13th pin on the Arduino. And these are my 4 column pins, where this will be my first column and this will be my last column, and this will be the last column. So first column is connected to the 6th pin on the Arduino board as shown on the screen. Second column to the 7th pin. Third column to the 8th pin. And last fourth column to the 9th pin. So now the hardware connection part is done. We will see how to program these pins and give the inputs using these push buttons. Before we start the software part, we need to download the library for this Arduino. So for that we need to open the Arduino and go to the sketch, include libraries and manage libraries. Here type keypad and you'll get many of the keypad libraries, but we need to download the keypad library by Mark Stanley. So I have already installed it. So you need to install this library and close this dialog box. Then we'll start with the programming. So first type #include keypad.h. Next we need to define how many rows and columns. So for that constant bytes, I'll give rows as rows in caps is equals 4, and for columns calls equals 4. So once we have decided this how many rows and columns, we need to assign the characters for each of these position, that is first row first column which character it should display, second row second column which character it should display. So for that I need to assign the character, right? So next I'll write the character hexa keys rows and columns. So rows and columns. So I'll assign this in the curly braces. So first I'll assign 0 to the first bit. First row first column character will be my 0. Next will be 1. Next will be 2. And fourth element will be 3. Next in the next second row it will be 4, 5. Make sure that you give the inputs in single invited comma only. So we cannot use the double quotations here. So we need to use the single quotations only. And here it should not be semicolon, it should be comma because it's not the ending. So next will be after 7 it will be 8, 9, and after 9 I'm specifying A, and after A it will be caps B, and then in the last row it will be caps C, caps D, E and F, caps F. So we'll close this and we'll also close the curly braces. Next we need to assign the pins. So I'm using, as I've already told, I'm using row 10, 11, 12, 13 for rows and 6, 7, 8, 9 for columns. So we have to set that. So byte row pins. So these are the standard commands in the keypad library. So we need to give this directly. So row pins is equal to rows equals to 10, 11, 12, 13. And the same way column is call pins in our case it is calls, equals 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8 and 9. So after this, we need to map these pins with these pins with these characters. So we need to write keypad custom keypad equals custom. Make sure key is capital in the keypad equals keypad make key map of what? Of hexa keys. Hexa keys with the row pins and column pins. So row pins, comma, col pins. And which are those? That are rows in caps and cols in cap. So once this is done, in the void setup loop, we should begin the serial monitor because we are going to see the characters in the serial monitor. So serial dot begin is equal to 9600. That is the baud rate. So in the looping, we need to give the commands. So it has first start with the character custom key equals custom key add dot get keys. So it will take the value of the voltage value of the pushed button and it will assign the particular this character for the key. And once it is done, so if custom key then you need to print it. So serial dot print ln custom key. So this is key should be caps K. Once it is done, we will save it and we will save it as keypad using push buttons. So keypad push buttons. I'll enter it. I'll verify if there are any errors. So there is an error. So we'll see what is that. Keypad custom keypad equals keypad hexa keys. Okay, here we have not given it as hexa key, so there was a mistake. So rectify the mistake and then re-verify this. Okay, we have missed the semicolon here. Then once it is error free, then upload the code to the Arduino board. Then once uploading is done, open the serial monitor and press the first row, first column, and 0 will be displayed on the screen. So we can see that we are pressing the first row, first column. So this was my first one, first column. So I'm pressing that 0 is displayed. Second row, first row, second column. So 1 is written, we have specified 1 here. So 1 is being displayed. Then press the next button, 2 will be displayed. So the same way, this for example, this pin. So this is third row, third column. So there on the screen, third row, third column is A. So number A will be displayed. Next, we can press any number and we will get the corresponding number on the screen. So now if we don't want this particular numbers to be displayed in this fashion, so we can change this order. So I'll write like 0 1 2 3 up to 9 and A B C D only 4 I'll keep, and instead of E I'll keep it star mark, and instead of F I'll keep hashtag. So I'll verify the code again, I'll run it, and on the serial monitor, so I have make change in the third row third column and fourth row fourth column. So I'll press this button and we can see that star is being displayed on the screen. So the fourth row fourth column button, hashtag will be displayed. In the same way, we can customize this keypad to any of the required values, and we can make our own keypad with this keypad library. Thank you.